Hello Scorpio, here's your weekly horoscope for February 7 to February 13th. Well, we're going to talk about Pluto and Capricorn first, only because it is semi-sextile the Sun from Thursday on this week, but for you Scorpio, Pluto is your ruling planet and in the sign of Capricorn. It actually is probably helping you build new foundations to build upon in this coming year. Everybody is experiencing change because of the Saturn-Uranus square, including you. But with the Pluto in Capricorn, it may help you establish firmer footing for the future. Now, that's just kind of off and on all year. As well, Neptune is in Pisces. It's sextile Mars from Tuesday on. And for Scorpio, that means that your spiritual and your creative pursuits get a bit of a kick this week. Neptune is a very, very tricky planet at times. So you definitely want it positively aspecting your sign, and thankfully it is. In fact, it's possible that with some Scorpios, even in the middle of a pandemic and a lot of trouble going on in the world, it's possible that you're not experiencing it as badly as others, maybe because if Neptune is positively aspecting you, it's helping defray some of the trouble. Unfortunately, we now have to get into the trouble. So there's a lot going on this week for you, Scorpio. We have 5 planets in Aquarius already: Sun, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn, Mercury being retrograde. And they're joined between the 9th and 12th this week with the Moon also in Aquarius. So that's 6 out of 10 planets in the sign of Aquarius, and that just may be a little too much for you. You and Aquarius are both fixed signs, so you do share the quality of, well, being stubborn, not being easily pushed around, and even being conservative to some degree. Aquarius a bit less so. But with Aquarius causing conflicting aspect to the sign of Scorpio, especially within home, family, and relationships, there could be some trouble. Now, you may not be in trouble, but someone else in the family could be. So unfortunately, there may be some bad news that comes up this week. Possibly someone is ill. There may also be some marital problems with somebody around you. Or again, there's just a family squabble or some other difficulty that seems to be ongoing. Now, with Mars in Taurus and squaring Mercury retrograde from Tuesday on, Taurus is your opposite sign. When Mars is opposing your sun sign, very often other people come after you. They try to start a fight with you. Some people themselves may be aggressive, sometimes passive-aggressive. Scorpio, sometimes you are a little tricky. You can fall into passive-aggressive behavior because you like to be secretive. You don't always want to be seen, outwardly aggressive. However, this week, both passive or normal aggression is kind of strong. So if someone's coming after you, well, first of all, they don't know you very well, because Scorpio doesn't take too kindly to being attacked, and they can be vindictive, and that person attacking is going to get, well, let's say burned where they don't like to be burned if they come after you. Now, Scorpio, if you're the one on the attack, it could be that you need to take a look at what you're doing. There is a tendency to be a little over-aggressive with this aspect. Now, peace-loving Librans don't think that aggression is necessary at any time. Scorpio will differ on that very often, and you certainly will differ when there's so many squares and tense aspects going on in the sky right now. But again, violence, negativity, conflicts and disagreements, they don't usually help you move forward unless they're resolved. So do try to at least resolve issues this week if you do find yourself getting into it. I say that because with the Jupiter-Venus conjunction that's also going on in the sign of Aquarius, even though it's squaring, I've found that Jupiter and Venus squares often work better than trines for some people, like Scorpio. So it could be with Jupiter and Venus in your 4th house of home and family this week as well. There may be some good news coming this week as well. Some Scorpios may be looking at renovating too with this kind of an aspect. And don't be surprised if you get news this week that your family may be expanding in the coming year if somebody gets engaged or the announcement of a birth or an adoption. So there is quite a bit going on for you, Scorpio. The Saturn-Uranus square is urging you to roll up your sleeves and keep working hard. And that will pay off for you if you're able to do that. Again, with Venus square Uranus till Tuesday, and then conjuncting Saturn, just to the early part of the week as well, but conjuncting Jupiter Monday on, Venus is saying heal your relationships as best you can this week. And not only that, have fun within your relationships. If you can't get together in person, at least try to have more online chats with people this week if you can. I think that you'll feel a lot better for having someone to talk to. So have a great week ahead, Scorpio.